Hello everyone, this video is about what I learned in online Linux course. First course is a introduction of Linux. Linux is an open source operating system. It is created by Linus Torvalds in 1991. Linux is a combination of his name and Unix. Originally released, Linux is a free software in GNU. Next topic is how does Linux work. Um, how does Linux work? Linux evolved to run hardware ranging from phone to supercomputer. All Linux-based operating system include a Linux kernel that manage hardware resources and set of software packages that makes up to the run of operating system. Organization can also run Linux operating system on Linux servers. Next is why use Linux. Linux is a Linux is open source, freely available for anyone to use. It has a stability and security. It is a highly customizable, free to install. It is a cost effective download. It is a cost effective download to free anyone. Features of Linux. It is a multitasking. It is a multi-user capability. It is a portable. It has a security. It is open source. It is a file system. It is a graphical interface. It is a graphical user interface, and so on. Next is the difference between Linux and user. Linux is a open source operating system which can Linux is open source operating system which is freely available, while Unix is a operating system which is only used in its copyright. Linux is a developed by Linus Torvalds in 1991, and while Unix is developed in 1970 at Bell Labs. Linux is just a kernel file. Unix is a complete packages of a operating system. Next topic is what is Linux distribution. Next is what is a Linux distribution. Linux used by programmers, organization, profit and non-profit companies around the world to create a operating system to prevent attempts. It is to prevent hacking attempts. Many organizations keep it private and many organizations keep it public. This kind of a Linux operating system is called the distribution. There are 100 of Linux distribution. Some are Ubuntu, Fedora, Linux Mint, Gentoo, uh, CentOS, Arch and etc. Next is advantages of Linux. Linux is multitasking. It has a security. It is open source. It is a graphical user interface. It has a lightweight. It is free. It has a stability, and so on. Start. Second course is a Kali Linux. What is Kali Linux? Kali Linux is an open source Linux based operating system. It is developed for penetration testing and ethical hacking. Next is the features of a Kali Linux. More than 600 penetration testing tools pre-installed out of the box. It support the ARS system. Kali Linux installed by following steps. First one is a live USB mode. Second one is a hard disk installation. Third one is a virtualization software. Fourth one is a dual boot with Windows. Next one is installing Kali Linux. There are many ways to install Kali Linux. Uh, Kali Linux. There in this video course, I learn Kali Linux install in VMware. Next is penetration testing in Kali Linux. There are 5 stages of penetration testing in Kali Linux. First one is a reconnaissance. Second one is scanning. Third one is a gain access. Fourth one is maintaining access, and fifth one is a clearing tracking. Next one is a Kali network. It is a very first penetration testing. It is very first penetration testing framework in Android devices. It is open source. It is open source by designing allowing to create an input. Essentially, it act as a Kali Linux for handheld devices. Next one is a components of a Kali Linux. Custom com, first one is a custom Android kernel. Second one is a Net Hunter Android app. Third one is a Kali change root. Next topic is the features of Kali Linux. Nmap project, MITM. Second one is MITM frameworks. Third one is a cakes management, and fourth one is a metas file generator. Advantages of a Kali Linux. It provide a feature. It provide a Stop. Next is advantages of a Kali Linux. It provide features different from a stock kernel. Next is a human interface devices, hardware support system. Next topic is the disadvantages of a Kali Hunter. It not at disadvantage of a Kali Hunter. Not support to every devices, and every device external Wi-Fi adapter may be required to monitor mode.